Hi everyone, it's Patty from Papercrafts, and I'm here. It's a Friday and I'm here to make another fun fold card. Today we're going to make a double-decker pop-up card, and I believe Sue Campfield is the designer of this. I've seen a few of them out there, but I believe she's the one that designed it. She has some pretty amazing card fun folds that she makes. So this is it. This is a retirement card. It looks kind of masculine and it opens like this. Isn't that fun? So I thought that was really cool when I saw it, and I figured I would give it a try. I'm using the embossing folder. It's called the Twisted Rope, and I thought this was perfect for this card. It's really cool. I hadn't used it before. And then I'm using the Gone Fishing. This is great for Father's Day, for masculine cards. And then I'm also using this paper, which is the Let's Go Fishing 12 by 12 paper. So that's this card. We're going to use different products for the card. That's what I usually do. I make one in one set of products, and then I make a completely different one. So let's put this aside and get started on the card we're going to make today. I did change my glass mat. I felt like it was very reflective. I love the glass mat that I got, and I use that day to day, but I thought for videos, I feel like it's very reflective. So anyway, these are the pieces. There's a lot of pieces. I will have a project sheet. If you look below the video, there's a description, and then there's a bunch of links to my online store, to my blog, and there's one called project sheet, and that'll have all the measurements with instructions. So don't worry about, just watch and enjoy. I am using the Poetic Expressions Designer Series paper. This is cut, it's 12 by 12 that you would get, but I cut it in half. This is left over from a paper share that I did. This paper is just so pretty. I love it. I love all the designs. Look at how dainty that is. It's really gorgeous. And then it goes with this Thoughtful Expressions stamp set, and these dies. These are the Thoughtful Expressions dies. It cuts out this pretty hummingbird and some of the flowers, but look at these. I mean, these are great labels, and they you know, you can have them in layers, which is nice. I like it when you can cut the same thing in a size above what you're stamping, so you have a nice mat. So let's put this aside, and as I said, I have my pieces cut, but we're going to do some scoring together. So let's get the card base out. So the card base, I use thick Whisper White when I have a white card base. And we're going to make this a little bit different than this card, and you'll see. And I'll have directions for both on my project sheet. So we have this cut. We're going to move the cutting blade up and use the scoring blade. And we are going to score this kind of like a Z-fold. So we're going to score it at 4 1/4. And we'll just score this. And usually I go the other way, 2 1/8. Usually I do the 2 1/8 and then the 4 1/4. So I go out. So 2 1/8, which is half of 4 1/4. So we're scoring it in half, and then the one flap in half again. And I believe that's all we need for that. So let's fold this and get our bone folder and just burnish it a little bit. And then I like to fold it in and then fold it out. I like to fold it the way I score it. So this is just a standard Z fold, and this is a fun fold to have. Just, you could just put something right here and you've got a Z fold card. Okay, and then we're going to do some embossing. So like I embossed this. There's a brand new online exclusive. It's called Fun Patterns Embossing Folders, and you get 2 folders in here. And there's one that has like daisies, and then this other one. This is the one we're going to use, because I didn't think the daisies really went with this paper. It's more elegant. So I thought we would use this. And I have 2 strips cut. Let's see if they'll fit in here. I'll do one at a time. And we'll just put this in. So this is not a 3D folder. So we're going to use, usually with a 3D folder, it's thicker. You could tell you can't bend it, and you need a special plate. So I'll show you that. That's what I had ready, thinking it was a 3D folder. So here's my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and this is the 3D folder. but we are going to use the base. So you would use the 3D folder with the base, so that's a number 1. We're not going to use the number 2. And if you look on this, it tells you. So if you're using a 3D embossing, you're going to use the 1 and the 4. If you're using standard embossing, you're going to use the 1 and 2 3s. And these are the 3s, the cutting. Where's my top plate? Let me get my top plate. So let's get this. And let's just we'll do 2 of these real quick. We're going to put 1 in. On the wider folders, I fit the one that I used for the other card. This one, I was able to fit 2 in at a time, but that's okay. Doesn't take long. So we're going to put a 3 plate, the cutting plate down, and then we'll put another one on top. And I use this line here just to try to make it straight. And we'll just run this through. I haven't used this yet, so we'll see how it looks. And you can put a colored paper there. You don't have to put an embossed layer, but I thought that was really pretty. So isn't this pretty? And then we'll do one more. And I'll show you where they go. I think you see one, but I'm not sure if you know where the other one goes. It's a little surprise for you. And then we'll do this other one. And I'll try not to make that pop too loud. Go slow, slow. Okay, there we go. All right, so we have that done. Put this aside. See how this came out. Embossed layers are so pretty. And they're so easy. I mean, nothing to it, right? So we have one on the outside and then one on the inside. Okay, so we're going to do that here. We'll put one here and one on the inside. So let's get started with making the card, building it. And then you'll see how you do that inside piece. It's a little, you're making a little like pop-up piece. And I think that's what I'll call it in the directions, is the pop-up piece. It's hard sometimes to name things that would make sense. Like I have my own little ideas of words that make sense, but I don't know if everybody shares that with me. So we'll do this. The sun is shining today. I'm so happy. It's been raining for quite a while, and it's supposed to be like in the 50s, I believe. So very happy. Spring is springing. So look at that. Pretty, and you haven't even done much. And then I have a piece of the designer series paper, and this is one of my favorite patterns in the pack, and it's wild wheat. And this is wild wheat as well. This is the color. It almost looks like a gold to me. It's pretty. I really like it. It's one of the in colors. So every year, Stampin' Up! Comes up with in colors. Is this right side? I guess it doesn't matter. And they last for 2 years. They come up with 5 colors that are new, and they last for 2 years, and then they retire. So every year you've got a new in color that comes out, and then one that's on its 2nd year. So there you go. Pretty. So we have, let's see, this is, let me make sure I have my pieces. This is the inside, this is going here, and then this is that funny piece, and we do need to score that. So let's do this first. What I thought, and I've already done this, I've already cut and colored just to save some time. So I stamped this on a piece of white, basic white, and then I cut it out, and there's the dies. So I used the die, and then I colored it with cherry cobbler. So old olive. So I used light old olive on this light part, and then dark old olive, and just a little bit of cherry cobbler dark right here. I was trying to think of what a hummingbird, they're so fast. I love hummingbirds, but they're so fast, hard to see. So I looked at pictures. So this guy is going to come up here, and then I thought we would stamp a flower that he would be kind of flying into. We'll see how that works, and the sentiment. So let's get the sentiment on first, and I am going to do this in wild wheat, or maybe I'll do it in black. He's in black, so let's do black, and we'll do the flowers in wild wheat. So I'm going to just put this down toward the bottom to give us room. Okay. And then we'll do wild wheat with this flower. I'm hoping this works out okay. We'll see. And then here we can come. I feel like we need something up there now. I should have done it up higher maybe. Let's see how this is going to go. We're figuring it out as we go. So this is going to come on here. This is going to come in here. Maybe I'll do another flower up there. How's that sound? And I feel like I need a piece of scrap behind it because I'm really going off. So this is just going to be flowers that are all around. Let's see how that will work. So he's just flying in. There we go. That's good, right? So let's get some, I'm going to use a light cherry cobbler on the flowers. I'm wondering if we even needed to color them. I'll probably speed this up. So I'm just going to color the flowers just to give it a little bit of color. Okay. I was going to color the leaves in, but I think I'm going to leave them. I was going to, my plan was to do it in black, I think, and then color it in old olive and the cherry cobbler, but I think I'm going to leave it like that. So let's glue this down to the mat. And then we'll pop up that hummingbird. You're in my thoughts today. And I only want the hummingbird to be, I'm not going to put anything out where the wings are. So we'll pop this up with some dimensionals. This is a beautiful set. So it's the first time I'm using this too. I think I bought too much from the mini and the online, and I feel like I haven't used everything. And then Celebration was going on. So many choices. So we're going to go right into here with this. And it's okay that he's hanging off. I think that's fine. So this is going to go here, right? Isn't that pretty? And then we have this. So on this one, I put a different color. So this piece is this blue piece. I'm making it a white piece, and I'm not going to put a white piece on it on this one. So I think it's nice with the white and not having another color. I like this. So this is Misty Moonlight and Boho Blue. And you just have to be careful if you do this, that this is behind here. So when it closes, you don't see white around. But on this one, I'm not going to do that. So, but let's get this little pop-up piece going. Let me put this on. So the pop-up piece, we need to score that. And this is 3 by 2 1/4. 3 by 2 1/4. So you're going to put the 3 side up, and you are going to score it at 3/4. So 3/4 of an inch. We're going to score it. And then 1 1/2 inches. And then 2 1/4. So all of the pieces are the same. What is it? Like a 3/4 of an inch. So you've got 3/4 of an inch for four of them. So we're just going to fold this and we'll burnish it. So it gives you this little box. Okay, we are going to fold it in half so that the opening is on the left, and we're going to put glue here and here, so the two outer pieces. But let me put this down first. I didn't put this down. Oh, I did. I'm ahead of myself, or I'm behind myself, whatever. So sometimes I do things in different order. So we're going to put some glue. Come on. There we go. On this side and then on this side. Okay. And then we're going to take this and we're going to put it right. We want to center it top to bottom, and we want to go right out to the edge. Let me go in a little bit more, right like that. And then we're going to take this piece. Now, if you want to put a sentiment on this, I'm wondering if I should. Let's put this aside. I would do that before I put it down, just because it's a little bumpy. So let's do this in black as well. And I like this. Sometimes there are no words. You're in my thoughts today. Sometimes there are no words. Let's get this mounted. Go on that. And I think we'll put another little flower there. Sometimes there are no words. And then let's do, I'm not going to color the flower, I'm just going to leave it plain. Get a little scrap here. You know, I can't find my grid paper. Isn't that terrible? I'm going to do that twice, maybe even a third time. I ran out of grid paper. I know I have a whole pack of it somewhere. I still haven't unpacked everything from my move, so it's somewhere, and I'm not going to get a new pack because I want to use what I have. So then this piece is going to lay, and you want to make sure, again, it's top to bottom, and that's why I like the liquid glue, because it gives you that little bit of time to look and make sure it's straight and centered. So that's going to go like that. And then this is going to come out here. And this is too big. I must have cut this the wrong size. I'm looking. No, never mind. It's right. It's supposed to have a little border around it. Top and bottom. Like this one. I did this wrong. Let's pull this apart. So this is supposed to fold here. I'm sorry. I'm like, this is not working out for me. So this is supposed to go like this. Okay? That will hold good. And then this piece will come here. So it goes out. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on here. I was like, this is not working at all. So let's put this. Yeah, see, now it goes out further. See that? And then this will come on here, and it will have this border just like this. Okay. Phew, I was like, what did I do wrong here? Okay, so now we want to put glue just on this area. Okay, we don't want to have it come out here. We want to make sure it's just on that area. So we're just going to put glue here. Now I'm nervous. Am I doing it right? You put the glue down and then you're like, oh no. So now we're going to fold this down, and this we want centered, top and bottom. Make sure it's straight. Okay, phew, we made it. And I didn't put any bling on this. I should put some bling on it. And this as well. Okay, so this is boho blue, and that's one of the in colors as well. And this is the in color dots. So let's put the cap on here. And let's get our, take your pick. And I think I'm just gonna put 3 little, I'll do the smallest. I'm going to put one here. I like to do this, especially on a masculine card. We'll do 1, 2. I could put one here or here. I'm going to go down. 3. Okay, need to finish that off nicer, right? And then this is the wild wheat here. So where do we want to put this one? I think I'll do oops. I need to get my putty in order here. I have to get the replacement. You can replace the putty part. Let's do this here. And then we'll do a big one. Here. And a little one. Sometimes there are no words. I like that sentiment. That is true, right? Sometimes just being with somebody is what you need to do and not say anything. So these are the 2 cards. I think they're really fun, and they're called a double-decker pop-up card. And I hope you give it a try. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next week. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. Thanks so much. Bye.